Sunbeam Alpine Mark 1 and 3. The Sunbeam Alpine is a two-seater sports roadster, drophead coupe that was produced by the Roots Group from 1953 to 1955, and then 1959 to 1968. The name was then used on a two-door fastback coupe from 1969 to 1975. The original Alpine was launched in 1953 as the first vehicle from Sunbeam-Talbot to bear the Sunbeam name alone since Roots Group bought Clément-Talbot, and later the moribund Sunbeam from its receiver in 1935. The Alpine was derived from the Sunbeam-Talbot 90 saloon, and has become colloquially known as the Talbot Alpine. It was a two-seater sports roadster initially developed for a one-off rally car by Bournemouth Sunbeam-Talbot dealer George Hartnell. It had its beginnings as a 1952 Sunbeam-Talbot drophead coupe. Announced in March 1953, it received its name following Sunbeam-Talbot Saloon's successes in the Alpine Rally during the early 1950s. On its first competitive outing, the July 1953 Coupé des Alpes, the new car won the Coupé des Dames, Sheila Van Dam, and, without loss of any marks, 4 Coupes des Alpes driven by Sterling Moss, John Fitch, G. Murray Frame and Sheila Van Dam. 5. The car has a 4-cylinder 2,267 cc, 138.3 cu engine from the saloon, but with a raised compression ratio. However, since it was developed from the saloon platform, it suffered from rigidity compromises despite extra side members in the chassis. The gearbox ratios were changed, and from 1954 an overdrive unit became standard. The gear change lever was column-mounted. A true open two-seater. There were no external door handles or wind-up windows. The Alpine Mark I and Mark III, no Mark II was made, were hand-built at Mulliners, citation needed, of Birmingham coach builders, from 1953 to 1955, and remained in production for only 2 years. Of the 1582 automobiles produced, 961 were exported to the US and Canada, 445 stayed in the UK, and 175 went to other world markets. In 2000 it was estimated that perhaps as few as 200 had survived. The Sunbeam Alpine Mk1 Special was based on the 2,267 cc Mk1 Sunbeam-Talbot motor, with alloy rocker cover and Siamese exhaust ports, cylinders 2 and 3. These motors developed a reputed 97.5 bhp at 4,500 revolutions per minute, mainly by raising the compression ratio to 8.01 and incorporating a special induction manifold with a twin-choke Solex 40 PRI carburetor. The motors of the Sunbeam Alpine team cars, MKV 21 to 26, were configured the same as the Sunbeam Alpine MKI.